Okay, let's make sure we have, okay, chicken, ground beef, that's good. Yeah, green beans and corn. Okay, that's good. No ice cream? Hey, Ann, don't forget the butter pecan ice cream. Sorry, grocery list. We live our life by list, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy. I bet you have a to-do list for today. I have a goal list. In the next year, I want to accomplish these 5 things. You might have a wish list. Man, I'd really like to have a new car. It's on my wish list. Or you may have a bucket list. One day, I'm going to Maui. Bucket list. Okay? Or you might have a best of list. My favorite movies are this, and got them on a list. And sometimes you have an inventory list. You know all the songs we sing at church? Guess what? I've got them on a list. It's about 8 pages long, but yeah, I've got them on a list. Sometimes the lists are big, sometimes they're small. Sometimes they're on your phone, sometimes they're just a piece of paper. My question today is about a very important list. The question is this: is your name on this list? Sometimes we will find lists that are needed for specific tasks. But again, is your name on this important list? In Revelation 5, there's a scroll, a list. There are a couple of unique attributes about this scroll. The first is that it has 7 seals. Symbolically, the 7 seals tell us that the scroll is perfectly and completely sealed. In fact, it's absolute perfection, and this perfection will not allow any human to open it. It is completely sealed until the proper time and the proper one to open the scroll. This scroll is not only an image, but it is a revelation of the truth. The scripture asks, who is worthy to open the scroll? The one worthy is the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, the one who is truth himself, Jesus. In Revelation 5, it says this: Then I looked and heard the voice of many angels, numbering thousands upon thousands, and 10,000 times 10,000. They encircled the throne and the living creatures and the elders. In a loud voice they were saying, Worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive power and wealth and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and praise. Let me back up for a moment. This scripture is sometimes challenging because of the images it presents. Angels and a throne and living creatures and elders. But go past that for right now and go back to what they were saying. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive power and wealth and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and praise. Another verse to make note of in this chapter is this. John is telling what he has seen. Then I heard every creature in heaven and on earth and under the earth and on the sea and all that is in them, saying, To him who sits on the throne and to the Lamb be praise and honor and glory and power forever and ever. Now I want you to note, the scripture said every creature. There's no way to opt out on this one. But let me ask you, why wait till then? Give him praise and worship today. Give him your heart today. In Revelation 20, again, John tells us, And I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and books were opened. Another book was opened, which is the book of life. Now here's the list that's important. Anyone whose name was not found written in the book of life was thrown into the lake of fire. Let me tell you, you want your name in the book of life. You want your name on this list. Just a few verses earlier, we had seen that this lake of fire is a place that God has prepared for the devil and his angel. It was not prepared for you. Don't choose to go there. In Matthew 25, we read, "When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people from one another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, 'Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world.'" A few verses later it says, "Then he will say to those on his left, 'Depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels.'" So ultimately, there are two lists. Those who have chosen Jesus, those who have not. It's literally the difference between heaven and hell. Give Jesus your heart today. Choose life.